we are again with World Crisis Radio, looking at these primary elections this past Tuesday. In California, we have the Goldman Sachs twins, Carly Fiorina and Meg Whitman. Carly Fiorina, she should make The Stripper into her campaign song because she is an asset stripper. Carly Fiorina asset-stripped Hewlett-Packard. She broke up the company and sold off the component parts, and that was something that she called increasing shareholder value. She is an outspoken advocate of sending U.S. jobs overseas. She loves the runaway shop, and she makes no bones about this. She is vehement and adamant. You got to send those jobs overseas. You got to buy low and sell high and gouge your workers as much as you possibly can. She talks about her track record of creating jobs. She has destroyed more jobs through layoffs than she ever created. I'm not sure she ever created any, but she certainly destroyed 20,000 jobs between Hewlett-Packard and Compaq Computer in the process of her asset stripping campaign. So she's also got the usual golden parachute. She's got the greedy, sybaritic, hedonistic corporate lifestyle. This person essentially is not an industrial manager. She's a hedge fund hyena who took over a company like Hewlett-Packard and then Compaq Computer. So on the other hand, we want to be even-handed. Barbara Boxer, in terms of her lunatic support for the global warming fraud, being the point person of the Democrats in the Senate for some of this global warming lunacy, obviously also is bad news. So this is now a terrible Hobson's choice, and it shows the bankruptcy, once again, of the two-party system and the need for some kind of a third-party alternative. And indeed, what we're trying to build towards here is somebody needs to challenge Obama on the war issue, but also on an array of other issues in the Democratic primaries starting late November, early December of this year. Let's not forget Meg Whitman. This is now, she's not just a multimillionaire, she's a billionaire who spent $80 million of her own money, $80 per vote, and that's her method. Now, she says she's going to create jobs. Her method of creating jobs will be massive firings of state workers. So I'm sure they understand that Meg Whitman essentially is Genghis Khan in terms of laying waste to what remains of the state of California. In the name of balancing the budget and fiscal responsibility, she will essentially decimate the California state workforce, and you'll have Larry Kudlow and all kinds of reactionaries. She'll bring the Garden State Goering Christie, his methods of attacking, scapegoating, and demonizing state employees will be brought to California. That means social chaos. God knows what riots, what social chaos will be lurking down the road. So this is a very, very bad deal. And also, these are both Republicans. They're running away from the Schwarzenegger legacy as fast as they can. Schwarzenegger, of course, a liberal Republican on his way out. It's been pointed out that one of the problems that both Fiorina and Whitman face is that they had to cater to extreme reactionary opinion, anti-government, anti-welfare state opinion in these primaries. Schwarzenegger's advantage was that he didn't have to go through the Republican primaries. He went directly into the runoff election to replace Gray Davis when he was recalled. So he didn't have to cater to the reactionary, ultra-right-wing lunatic fringe of the Republican Party, and therefore he was not burdened with all of those provisos. Of course, Schwarzenegger had done a terrible, terrible job. Now, Jerry Brown, this is the really scary one, because if you look at Jerry Brown's acceptance speech when he got his nomination, this is pure austerity. He talks about frugality. He talks about the fact that he didn't use the limousine and he didn't use the governor's plane and he didn't live in the executive mansion and all the rest of this stuff. This is the same Carter-era malaise austerity that Jerry Brown was associated with in his previous terms as governor. He boasts of the windmills, my God. This is an ultra-left policy. It won't work. Jerry, you've got to turn away from austerity and frugality, because that means you're going to be attacking the state workers, too, under left cover. You've got to go with the Tobin tax. The only way you can get a significant infusion of money into the California state budget, 1% tax on all financial transactions, and then they'll protest. But then we'll leave the state. They can't leave the state. You cannot, as if you're a financial predator, you cannot turn away from 1/6 or 1/7 of the U.S. Economy. Just can't be done. They're going to have to stay because they want to loot you, and they'll find other ways. But at least you can get some of it back with the Tobin tax. So Jerry Brown, in a tremendous programmatic crisis, a crisis of direction of that campaign. Now, this is somebody with some intelligence, but the speech he gave was just abysmal, and you're left with, really, what's the choice? These are two Hobson's choices. Then let's go on to Nevada. Oh, Sharon Engel, a reactionary imbecile, Sharon Engel. She wants to privatize Social Security. She wants to do away with Medicare. She refuses to prolong unemployment benefits. She's against that, too. She's in favor of the prohibition of alcoholic beverages in the state of Nevada. Naturally, there's a big rush to scrub all of her real positions off her website. She's brought in slick Republican campaign consultant. She's got the Prosper Group is in there redesigning her website. If you go to it, you'll find there's nothing there. They're going to reinvent her and try to market her as a moderate. And, of course, on the other side, we've got the unspeakable Harry Reid, another Hobson's choice. Now, in Arkansas, Blanche Lincoln prevails with the help of Clinton against MoveOn.org and the unions. Now, the interesting thing about this was the day after the vote, some idiot in the Obama White House comes out and blabs saying those unions, they're a bunch of fools. They just flushed $10 million of their money down the toilet. They should have saved that for certain election races. Now, on the one hand, the attack on Blanche Lincoln bore fruit. It's only thanks to and I think this is an important lesson, you've got to bash these people mercilessly. Blanche Lincoln, because she knew she was under heavy, heavy attack, and still does, is fighting for that anti-derivatives provision in the financial reform bill. Without, the threat of being thrown out, she would never be doing this. So there is a payoff. If you can do anything to restrict and regulate derivatives in this financial reform bill, then the money by the unions is well spent. But what this points to is the tremendous alienation of the labor base against Obama. Obama was going to provide card check. He was going to provide a way to facilitate the organization of unions, to level the playing field, especially in these reactionary right-to-work southern states, union-busting states. And now, of course, Obama hasn't lifted a finger for card check. So all of that effort by organized labor in favor of Obama turns out to be essentially lost. They were duped. They were fooled. They're corrupt. They went the wrong way. And now we see that this comes out in the open. Then you've got a couple of other ones, but I think those are the main ones. So with that, we've come to the end of another broadcast. So in the meantime, check out Tarpley.net. As a result of today, you've got to get Obama, the Postmodern Coup. You've got to get the unauthorized biography of Barack H. Obama. You've got to get Surviving the Cataclysm. You've got to get the unauthorized biography of Bush the Elder. So get them all, and we'll see you next week.